full-time sales negotiator here at the Holbeach Meadows for Ashwood Homes, and I'm joined today with our site manager. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Dave Rogers. I'm the site manager on the Holbeach Meadows site for Ashwood Homes.
And today we're going to be talking with Dave and getting to know him a little bit better and what his job role is here at the Holbeach Meadows as site manager. So shall we get started?
Yep.
So the first question, Dave, is how long have you worked as a site manager?
I'm just coming up to 20 years as being a site manager for various companies.
And what is your favourite part of the role of a site manager?
If I'm honest, my favourite part is right at the end of the build when I get good feedback from customers knowing that they're happy with their home, there isn't any issues with it, and for me that's the best part of my role, knowing that I've done my job properly and handed over a good plot.
Did you always want to be a site manager?
No, I worked for 20 years in the horticultural industry, and then my brother-in-law set up his own house building company. He gave me an opportunity to work for him, and I just progressed the role basically as site manager, doing various courses, and I sort of stumbled into the job, and
the job
here I
found
am
you.
now, indeed. Yeah.
And if you worked as a tradesperson, what would you do?
I think if I had to choose one trade, I would probably like to be a carpenter, because a carpenter is involved with pretty much every stage during the house build, from the early stages of putting the floor joists on through to the very end stage of kitchen fitting and ironmongery on the door, that sort of thing. So I think if I had a choice, I'd probably want to be a carpenter.
Yeah, and then you're involved throughout the whole
Indeed,
process.
yeah.
How did you win LABC Site Manager of the Year?
Well, I was nominated by the representative who comes and does the various checks on the plots from LABC Warranty.
Yeah.
He nominated me, but I didn't do anything really different to what I normally do.
Yeah.
And what they're looking for is a good rapport between me and the inspector, good quality during the house build, and if he requires any extra specifications or anything like that, that I'm cooperating with him and giving him the full service of a site manager. So
perfect.
That's how all
so
that
that
came
was their
about.
main criteria.
Indeed, yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How do you keep the site a safe place to work?
Yeah, obviously on a building site it can be a very dangerous place, health and safety wise. We have an audit once a month from a company who we employ to do their health and safety checks. So he does an audit once a month, and there's various pieces on there that I need to look at during the month to better. And also I have a site assistant work for me as well, Mark. Yeah. He's out on site pretty much all the time, checking up on health and safety aspects and that sort of thing. We do toolbox talks as well to the subcontractors on site, so they're always up to date with health and safety policies and so on.
So do you and Mark take turns with the role, so you will do different jobs and kind of share it out between the two of you?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah. How has COVID-19 affected site?
Well, obviously we have to follow government guidelines with social distancing. We're putting extra facilities and washing facilities and that sort of thing on site. We try and have a policy as well where if we've got people working in a plot, we try and have one person upstairs and one down, not to put too many people in a plot. But like any other industry, we're following the government guidelines on that sort of thing. So it has, and on the other side of it, some materials, because some companies have probably shut down manufacturing, some of the materials have been a bit harder to get than what they normally would. So it is having an impact on certain aspects of the job.
Absolutely, and we're still building as normal as well, aren't we? So
we're still hitting the dates. So
perfect. What are your main job roles, Dave? What do you do on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I mean every day is different, but the fundamental things are to check to make sure everyone's on site who should be on site regarding the tradesmen. They've got the materials on site that they need to fulfil their job, checking quality inside the plots as well, dealing with any customer care issues.
Yeah.
So I could probably talk an hour about exactly what I do every day. Every day is slightly different. There's always an odd curveball thrown in to sort out, but we're there on hand to sort any issues or anything out. So
perfect. A very busy day then.
Indeed.
You have.
Yes. Yes.
Can you run me through the different stages of building and completing a house?
Again, I'll cut this down short. Like I say, there's so many stages in building a house, but primary, there's obviously from start to finish, obviously digging the footings and pouring the footing to the house, and then there's the superstructure, which is the bricks and mortar and the roof to go on, windows. Once you're watertight and inside, there's the first fix to do, plumbing, electrician and carpentry. After the first fix is done, it's plastering to get plasterboarded and skimmed. After that stage, you're looking at the second fix, which is all the carpentry again, the plumbing and the electrics, plus kitchen fitting and ceramic tiling.
Yeah.
After that stage, we're probably looking at floor coverings and snagging the plot, landscaping, fencing, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then, towards it is the final clean and hand over the keys. So that's a cut down version, if you like.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot goes into it anyway.
Yes, it sounds easier than what it is.
Yeah. And out of those stages, Dave, what would you say is the most difficult?
The most difficult stage for me, and this depends on the time of year, is the superstructure, where you're reliant, obviously all the outdoor work, so you're reliant on the weather.
Yeah.
So that's most difficult and challenging for me to try and stick to a programme when you're against the elements. The last fortnight hasn't been very good. We've had really cold weather, we've had wet weather. Today we've got the wind, so there's certain trades who can't get on, i.e. roof tilers and such like. So for me, the hardest part of the job is during the winter months, to try and meet the programme we have to build, and we've got the weather to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to join us here, and thank you for watching.